Hi everyone, my name is Mian, and today I'll be giving you a presentation on community conversations, and I'll be introducing you to my logo design for this program. I'll kind of be walking you through what this program is, what we do, and why we do it. Starting off with an introduction. So in community conversations, a group of people will come together to learn about and understand different opinions. We use civil discourse to communicate with one another and to develop mutual recognition and reverence towards those with beliefs deviating from yours. This is a photo from Lawrence in January. In this particular conversation, we were discussing mental health, mental illness. Why do we use this method? So this process of discourse is meant to be a suitable environment with a minimal amount of people freely express your opinions. It really helps you discover and learn about diverse perspectives. And then a really important part in this system is locating common ground. Typically, a smooth deliberation results in all participants agreeing on a central idea, which is essentially what common ground is. These are the 10 principles of civil discourse: seeking understanding and common ground, listening respectfully and thoughtfully, staying focused on issues, expecting and exploring conflicting viewpoints, offering and examining support for claims, respecting time limits, giving everyone an opportunity to speak, and appreciating communication differences. So there are generally 3 types of communication styles. Obviously, different people have different communication styles. A really important part of community conversations is to learn about and appreciate those styles. If you're a turn taker, then you'll usually speak one at a time in alternating rotations, taking turns. If you're a pauser, you'll reflect and think of a response after the participant is finished speaking. And if you're an overlapper, you'll begin expressing your thoughts before the current speaker has finished discoursing and overlap the speaker. Civil discourse versus debate. So many people may mistake civil discourse as a form of dispute like debate, but separate from argument, civil discourse is a capability to engage in a conversation while enduring contradicting perspectives on the subject. While in debate, you're just win an argument, you're trying to make a point and prove another team wrong. That's definitely not the case in civil discourse. And youth facilitators, so what they do is they make sure the conversation is in check, they make sure everything's on topic, they make sure everyone who has something to say has had a chance to speak, and they just make sure the whole conversation is going smoothly. So I sent out surveys to 4 individual youth facilitators to kind of get their take and experiences in community conversations and their own thoughts on being a leader in the program. So how has being a youth facilitator helped you in school and everyday life? I think a common thing in all 4 responses is that it really helped with communication, being a better leader, a better public speaker, and just being able to hold respectful conversations with those who have opinions differing from yours. What are some memorable moments from your experience as a youth facilitator? I think most of us enjoy the citizenship and action event in Topeka, and definitely making new friends from other conversations and places was a really big highlight of this whole program. Would you recommend community conversations to others, and why? All 4 of them, including me, would definitely strongly recommend community conversations. It's a great way to build your communication skills, and you can really learn how to deal with different opinions in a respectful manner. You get to learn a lot of new things, and it's just a really memorable experience overall. What are some tips and pieces of advice you have for future youth facilitators? So I think a really important part that they can all agree with is that confidence is definitely key, even if you have no idea what you're doing. Because when you're a youth facilitator, the other members are going to look at you as a leader, so don't be afraid to take charge. Youth facilitators in a conversation won't be allowed to say their opinion. That might be hard for some, but yeah, just have fun. Don't get intimidated. Even if you're facilitating people older than you, chances are they're still going to view you as a leader, and just be super confident. Don't be timid. So this is my logo for community conversations. You can see on the right and left that there are speech bubbles, and in the center it kind of comes together into a single shape. Obviously, the 2 speech bubbles represent 2 people talking. They have different opinions and they're kind of conversing, and then in the center it comes together. So it's not like they're clashing or anything. they kind of morph together into common ground or into a consolidated understanding and an agreement point. So this is the representation in color scheme. If you didn't know, the blue and red are perceived as opposites on the color wheel, therefore they embody opposing opinions arising from different points of view. And then the violet hue in the center represents common ground, like I said before, a consolidated understanding between two viewpoints. And then I did this whole project for KSDL, which is a competition, and a rubric required me that I have a raffle ticket, a flyer, a t-shirt, and a banner. And then these are just some extra sources and information. Not all of them were included in my presentation, but I found them all really, really helpful. So it would be great if you would go and check some of them out. Obviously, this presentation was only the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to community conversations and civil discourse in general. It's a really, really great thing to go investigate more about, and I would really, really recommend learning, just like educating yourself. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening, and bye.